starting from square one. Let's get to it. All right, my radiator came in already. Only took a day. So yeah, it's a Chinese made one. So it's all aluminum. I'll pull it out here in maybe just a sec to kind of show you. It has the dual fans on it. Yeah, just a typical radiator or aluminum radiator. Like I said, just a cheapy one. Because that thing's older than sin too. So I'm still not happy, so I'm still trying to tune. So I went and bought a vacuum gauge, and I'm gonna go ahead and tune my carburetor with the vacuum gauge. So I got it on, you know, down here on the manifold one first, and if not, I'm gonna try both and see which one produces more vacuum. So when I adjust the idle screws, still messing with the timing. You know, I don't know. I just can't quite get it dialed in. So I brought it back down, total down to 42, 46. It just, I don't know. I don't know. It was running good yesterday, but now I started getting the pinging, so can't have pinging. So anyway, so we're gonna adjust this, see what my vacuum is on my gauge first, see what I get up to, and because it might be, it's still bogging down, you know, around 40. At my total timing at 42, it's still bogging down around 5,000. So I'm gonna see if it's pulling enough vacuum. You know, it should be zero pretty much when it's that, but we'll see. We'll look, and I'm gonna set the idler screws first, and that might fix the problem. I don't know, but I won't be able to drive it today because it's starting to rain. We got Hurricane Hillary coming, so we're supposed to get a lot of rain here tonight and the next day. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna do that and see what happens. Here's the radiator outside the box. So it comes with the wiring for the fans. Looking really good. The welds look pretty nice. So yeah, it looks like a really good radiator. The only thing I'm concerned about is this elbow that might hit the sway bar. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get it in there and how close it is. Of course, I got to figure out how I'm gonna install it too. I have to get the old one out first, and so anyway, there's the new one. That's as high as I can get it. So about 7, 6, 7. Then it does get up there to the 20 in that. So when you do rev it, so instead of, well, I did 1.5, and really it's about just one turn out from all the way lean or all the way in. So that's producing the best the best vacuum for me. And it's just, you know, I can even go a little bit even further than that too, but it doesn't change anything, doesn't change much. So probably leave it right about there. So there, that is with that vacuum gauge there. So we got that. Still might just be that timing just off just by a hair. I don't know. Maybe I'll try just a degree or two at a time, the best as I can. You know, so yeah, I'm still tinkering with it. Yeah, because it's still just kind of acts like it's lean up in the 5,000 RPM range still, just right up in there. Okay, on the ported side, the vacuum advance 7 compared to I don't know, we'll say 3. So for vacuum pressure. So that's the difference between the two. Let's adjust it and see if we can get up a little higher. Okay, here I am again. So I took it for a spin when it was running cold, and it does not like that 46 degrees. So I took it back down to 42 and tinkered with it a little bit more. I even took it down to, it's about 39, 40 now. And I went through, I bought a gauge, a vacuum gauge. Right here, this little guy. Hooked him up. And that's, you know, I was adjusting my distributor to get my degrees using the vacuum gauge hooked up. And when it spiked up around 40, like I said, I got a cheap, you know, a cheap timing gun. So it's close, but it's not exact. Anyway, when I got about 40, that's when the vacuum picked up, and you know, that's when the RPMs kind of pick up a little also. So from there, you know, I messed with it, kind of going back and forth, and that kind of seemed to be the sweet spot for the vacuum gauge. So I went down, and then so now I got the vacuum gauge, and then I was able to do my idle, my fuel air mixture idle screws. And this engine requires a lot of fuel, so I had to mix it until that vacuum gauge and everything, you know. So I got that tuned pretty good. Okay, so now it's running really good. Hopefully this is the last I have to mess with it for a while, because I'm tired of the time, you know, trying to figure out the timing. The only reason is I don't know what kind of cam is in there. It's a pretty wild cam. And, you know, without knowing the specs, I don't know what to set the timing at. So this is all just a hit and miss game until I can figure it out. So we did that. It's running really good. It just started to rain. So I got lucky there. Oh, there we go. So I got all that in. And then I got this toy in. It's not really my toy, but it's my radiator, all aluminum. So I'll pull that out and maybe install it tomorrow or whatever. And I got to do the water pump. The water pump should be here next week sometime. So, and I ordered a Stewart short high flow water pump. And I figured, and they require their own special thermostat, so I got a 160 thermostat with that. So I'm going to replace that. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to kind of give you a little treat. I'm going to take off the valve cover and kind of show what I got, at least, you know, underneath the valve cover. You know, just to show you. It's a little hot right now because I just try to beat the rain. But that'll look really nice. Instead of black, having it, you know, aluminum, you'll kind of pop, you know, the engine a little bit more. I kind of want to get a chrome stand too, hood stand. Of course, later on too, a hood or chrome. Well, I'll get a wildwood. I'm gonna get rid of that eventually, but that's later on when I do the suspension. So, all right, yeah. Let me take off the head or valve cover, not the head, the valve cover, and we'll see what's going down on the heads, and you guys can get a little bit of a look. So, all right. Okay, so here's with the valve cover off. So down in here, Iron Eagle SS heads, and then you can see, let's get this light in there so Urson cams. See? So Urson cams was bought out by another cam company, and so that's why I'm guessing, I'm just totally guessing on what cam I have, because yeah, they're bought out and I can't find no specs online or anything like that. So Urson cams, good roller rocker. So it's a good little engine. It's this engine doesn't have a lot of power down low, but I'll tell you what, it's once you get it going, it's just a nice, good. It pulls until 5,000, you know, until it starts redlining. It's just really good, but it's not made to drag race, because you wouldn't be able to get that lower end in. But it's more of like a, what you call, autocross type of engine, because it's just a good rever. Revs up high. You could, it could jump up, you know, from like 3,000, 5,000. I'll have to take it for a spin one day when roads aren't wet, and record it. And that way you can kind of see the RPMs and the speedometer. You can kind of get an idea of how fast everything picks up on it. So anyway, just thought I'd want to share that. So it is running better. So I'm gonna try tomorrow. It's gonna be raining all crazy all day, so hopefully when it's cold, when I start it, you know, and it warms up just a little bit, there'll be no issues. So anyway, we're gonna try that for the meantime. Like I said, I'm a shade tree mechanic. I know my stuff, but I'm always learning. You know, I kind of know the basics, you know. So, and that's why I'm trying to, you know, any young people or people just learning, you know, get in there and do it, you know, try it. So, you know, just read up on it, watch videos, do whatever, watch my video. But anyway, so yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put this valve cover back on, and we'll go from there. And then maybe tomorrow, since it's raining all day, maybe I'll get the radiator in. I'll still be waiting on the water pump. So if I do the radiator tomorrow, I'll still have to wait next week until I get the pump, because I don't want to put fluid in it and then take out the fluid, and you know. So all right, let's hope this nips it in the butt, and we're done tuning, you know, and it drives just fine. So but yeah, it's right there about 40 degrees. That seems to be where it likes. And then when I'm driving down the road, the RPMs are nice and steady. They feel more comfortable at 40 degrees. So we're going to try it right there for a little bit. And hopefully I just don't have any more issues. I think I really did nip it in the butt. So wish me luck.